Well, we're all right on time today. I'm back. I am Jay with Guilty of Crime, and let's go. Come on in, guys. Do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't, get a membership if you can. What's up, everybody? Good to see you. Kristen Perry says, hello, everyone from Vermont. Wolfpack, good to see you. You're going to want to be in here today. This case is not only just getting more twisted by the second, and when I say by the second, I'm not joking. All right. Right before I got on here, I got a message, and oh boy, I haven't seen that, and I don't know if any of you all have. There's some leaked information about what the brother said in his interview to law enforcement, but I'm not going to get right into that. I'm just saying, bombshells today, new creepy details emerge in this case, and boy, are they rough. So, trigger warning to everybody, guys. Trigger warning because this case really, today especially, needs a trigger warning. This is the third episode in this case, and things are coming out fast. And I knew they would after Anna Kepner had her remembrance of life. So, guys, we're going to get into all that today. All right. Thank you guys for being here. Happy almost Thanksgiving. Good to see you, Cynthia, Sadie's mama, as usual. Wendy, you're not in the green. You should get that. We're coming up to Thanksgiving next week and then Christmas, and we're going to be doing giveaways. And I might even be doing some different giveaways, like a gift card or a Cash App or something like that to give back to those that want to use it towards Thanksgiving. I've been giving out a lot of merch lately. I shipped out Guilty of Crime shirt yesterday, a Madeline Soto shirt the 2 days before, and we ship lots of Foxy boxes, ornaments, etc. So guess what, guys? Today's crazy. I don't care if y'all been watching this everywhere else. I don't think you're going to see everything that you're going to see today and here. So, trigger warning, grab yourself a drink, get yourself a snack, and then get a blanket because it's cold. And I'm not taking my beanie off today, all right? Not taking it off. I'm freezing. I even have socks on. That's how cold I am. And I don't wear socks. What's up, MM Clark? Big hug to you. Mab, good to see you. Connie, Mama Sage, Jenna Bug. I don't know where this year went, but I'm glad it's almost gone. All right. I'm feeling good today. Happy Friday, everybody. My roof and my solar are officially back up. We're going to have a nice, warm, dry Christmas with lots of heaters going, man, now that the solar's back up and running. So, what's up, everybody? I hope y'all are feeling good today. Make sure to try to catch your local sales for Thanksgiving because boy, did we today. All right. I was watching Safeway and the turkey sales, etc. And I got a great deal today. I found lots of 29 cents a pound turkey. We spent it was almost $600 for the food, and with all the coupons at Safeway and everything, it went down to less than $400. So, if you haven't shopped yet, guys, you should do some shopping and catch some sales. A lot of Black Friday out there too. All right. I just wanted y'all to roll in before I start giving you all the dirty details. And then people will come back and say, I don't know. Jay, what did I miss? Beverly, good to see you, my friend. Jennifer Reed, shout out to Scottsdale from California. How's it over there? Are you cold? Is it hot? I don't think we're gonna get snow for Christmas in California, but it is cold out here. All right, so sad. Glad you're doing. Yes, very sad, Wesley. How you doing, Wesley Irk? My bluebird. Happy Friday, Deborah. Laureen, how you doing? The classic one, but people ain't got no money, so they say. Well, you know, you don't have money and then you do. All right. You don't and then you do. We do it because we need to have stuff for our family. So do me a favor. And on that note, if you don't have money, don't apologize if you can't super chat, super sticker, or any of those. We do have a goal today. And that goal is only for those that can and want to. Never apologize if you can't. But guess what? It is free to hit that like button. So let's go. All right, let's find out what really happened to Anna Kepner. I got the wrong one up there again, so I'm going to take that down. Anna Kepner. All right, I'll just put that up there real quick while I give you the 1,000-foot overview of what you were talking about today. And you can look at the screen there. Look at the screen and see the connections. Lori, thank you so much. Let's get it started. You got it. Of course, I'm giving you guys updates. I didn't want to get started at 3 minutes and then people roll in and say, I missed the bombshell. All right, let's go. Let me tell you what we're doing today. All right. I just wanted to say hi. All right. Yeah, I don't believe all that either, and it sure isn't. Okay, listen, since everyone doesn't want me to talk, they want me to shut up and go. That's what I'm going to do. Thank you for the gifted membership. Lori's getting this party started right. If y'all want to match or help out the channel, please do. Dale, my girl. All right, listen. Today's November 21st, 2025. As of today, this case involves a complex mix of family tensions, custody disputes, and chilling details from the cruise ship where Anna Kepner was killed. All right, listen, here's the things that you didn't know from yesterday's episode or the day before. Kids had their own room. So when I told you that they all had a room, what they all meant was all of the kids had their own room. Parents were in one, children were in the other, including the creepy brother that was already the creepy stepbrother that is a suspect was already pining over 18-year-old Anna Kepner, and he had a creepy and disturbing crush, and even worse. So listen, the kids had their own room together. Anna was sharing a cruise cabin with her 14-year-old brother and 16-year-old stepbrother on the Carnival Horizon. On the night of her death, Anna returned to the cabin early, saying she didn't feel well. So her younger brother later went to sleep unaware that Anna had already died just feet away. At one point, they were all in the room, and then the younger kid left and thought that she was just out hanging out, but she was already dead, and he didn't know it either. Stepbrother, now a suspect, harsh details. We also know the cause of death now, which is asphyxiation, and I'll tell you how and what. There are, in fact, bruises on her body, like I had originally reported. Bruises on her body, naked, nothing in the toxicology report, and no sexual assault, right? The mom talks. We have that interview. Her mom talks about finding out that Anna had died, and she only found out about the death online because she Googled it. All right. Awful. She talks. Custody battles. We're going to talk about that. And then the parents let all of the children drink. All right. Many people are saying that the parents should be charged with neglect. And if they're going to charge these parents with neglect for putting the children in the room together and letting them drink, knowing that this stepbrother suspect, Timothy Hudson, was already at one point put himself on top of Anna Kepner and was being weird and sexually motivated towards her, then they should also arrest Jen Soto right now, today, for putting Madeline Soto in danger and in the hands of Stephen Stearns. Okay, so that there's a lot of updates today, guys. Lots and lots and lots of updates. All right, so they let the kids drink. Listen, they let the kids drink, custody battles everywhere, bio mom talks. Kids had their own room. Dad is blaming the mom, though not explicitly quoting, but we'll see. Anna's father and stepmother have taken legal steps to suggest the tension and blame shifting. Stephen, father of Anna's ex-boyfriend, Stephen Weston, claimed that the stepbrother was obsessed with Anna, and the family members may have ignored the warning signs. So the father's side of the family appears to be more involved in the cruise and the legal proceedings, while the mother has been sidelined. All right. So we're going to go over her death, cause of death, asphyxiation, and it was from a bar hold, which is an arm across her neck. All right. FBI is leading the investigation, and let's get into what leakage came out first. Top of the hour, let's start with this. So that way, if you're here and you missed it, or if you're not here and you missed it, well, you're going to have to go back. All right. You're going to have to go back if you missed it and rewatch if you didn't. So I got to say thank you to Kathy. Kathy, I'm not going to say her last name. Kathy always sends me really good information that I may have missed because she goes on to Facebook, and Facebook has a lot of different groups that tell you things that you might not know otherwise. So I'm going to put this up on there. There's a Facebook group going around right now, and in the Facebook group, whenever I get these, they're never completely verified by the source of the person, but then it comes out and it's true. All right. We got a lot of truths before any of this came out. I don't know. I don't know. But listen, what's wrong with the parents? They already knew. We're going to also have we have the interview with the boyfriend that says the stepbrother was creepy. Yes, thank you, Kathy. I'm going to get to this now. Let's go. I'll shut my mouth and only talk if I'm telling you about the case. I know. Jay, tell us the updates. Jay, I don't care what your Thanksgiving is. Jay, go. Okay. All right, guys, you want to support the channel, hit the like button, subscribe, super chat, super sticker, PayPal, Venmo, all those things. In a bombshell that left even FBI hardened, agents shaken, and leaked transcript from a Tampa interrogation room reveals that 16-year-old stepbrother, TH, broke down in tears and allegedly confessed to strangling the 18-year-old Anna Kepner on Carnival Cruise before stuffing her body under a bunk bed in life vest and soaked blanket. In his words, he says, "I didn't mean for her to die. I just wanted her to shut up." The boy reportedly sobbed, according to two separate sources who heard the audio. He said, "I panicked. I dragged her under the bed and hid her like trash. I'm so sorry." The confession, recorded on November 18th during a 6-hour marathon interview, has detonated across law enforcement channels and is now tearing through Florida courtrooms like a wildfire. Federal prosecutors are said to be racing to certify the minor for trial as an adult, while Carnival Cruise Line enables something to contain a scandal that threatens to sink the industry. Now, listen, thank you so much. I'll leave that up there. Can you guys believe that? And this is going to all come out. All right. Bruises, no essay. Just there's so much in this case. So much. It's hard to even break it down. And thank you. Thank you to Mary Beth for the Guilty of Crime membership and Lori Miner for the 5. Please thank them if you received one. This story gets even worse every day. What's up, Shadow? Every minute it gets worse. All right. All right. I'm going to keep going now. What's up? Good to see you all. Come on in. Much love. And again, thank you. All right. One of us, welcome the crime crew. All right. Let me take that down so I can read. All right. Listen, we're going to keep going. The exchange reportedly unfolded after agents confronted the suspect, TH, with CCTV stills showing him entering the cabin at 3:42 a.m., hours after the explosive teen lounge fight, and leaving. Remember, when they left, people saw them fighting, saw the stepbrother and sister, Anna Kepner, having a fight, and then they went off into their room. All right. Now, you guys are going to hear all about the bio mom, the dad, the blame, the everything. So don't worry. I know y'all are asking questions in chat, but I promise you, I'm going to give you everything you need. So after the fight and leaving 47 minutes later, carrying what appears to be a rolled blanket. When asked why he returned to the room alone, the teenager allegedly went silent for 9 minutes before the dam broke. Excerpt from the leaked transcript, sources speaking on condition of anonymity. Agent says, "You were the last person seen going into that cabin, son. Help us understand." His voice crackling, he says, "She wouldn't stop screaming at me, calling me a loser, saying I ruined the whole trip. I put my hands on her neck to make her be quiet, Agent says, "Did you squeeze?" TH says, "Yes." She went limp. I thought she was faking at first, and then I realized I killed her. I killed Anna. I dragged her. Hold on. I dragged her under the bottom bunk, wrapped in her blanket from my bed, grabbed those orange life jackets from the closet and piled them on top so no one would see her. I hit her like she was nothing. The boy then allegedly curled into a ball on the interview room floor, repeating, "I'm going to hell," until medical staff were called. Now, many of you guys are asking me if he went into a mental hospital, and he did. We're going to get into that. All right. He has not been arrested. He went into a mental hospital, and they're now doing their detective work. All right. So again, we got a big show today. You're going to get all your answers, I promise. Okay. All right, I'm going to hell. Investigators say the confession lines up perfectly with forensic evidence. Ligature marks consisted with manual strangulation fibers from the cabin blanket embedded in Anna's fingernails. TH DNA under her nails and on the life vest straps, a single tear shaped blood droplet on the underside of the bunk frame matching Anna's type. Carnival crew members are now under scrutiny for allegedly helping delay the search. One steward reportedly told the family Anna was probably at the buffet. When they first raised concerns at 9:30 a.m., giving the suspect TH precious hours to compose himself and rehearse the story that Anna had stormed off after the fight that everybody saw. Now, Chantel Hudson, the boy's mother and Anna's stepmother, collapsed into the Brevard County Courthouse hallway when informed of the leak yesterday. Clutching her attorney, she screamed, "He's just a child. They tricked him," before invoking her fifth again. Her emergency motion to halt all questioning of TH was denied this morning by a judge who ruled the confession voluntary and corroborated by physical evidence. Chris Kepner, Anna's father, has gone full ghost, and then they've got some things here: phones off, blinds drawn, armed private security. All right, Chris Kepner, Anna's father. Okay, there it is. Blood curdling howls now stationed outside the family's home. That they have private security. Neighbors reported hearing blood curdling howls coming from the house late last night. Birth mom Heather Wright, who first learned of her daughter's death via social media, posted a gut-wrenching 3-minute TikTok video at 2:17 a.m. "They made my baby disappear under her bed like she was garbage. That boy took her from me twice. Once when they shut me out of her life, and now forever. I hope he rots." All right. So there you go. We're going to start off with that, and then we're going to continue. I mean, this just gets even, it just keeps getting, right? It just keeps going. That's the beginning of the show today. We're just getting started. So good to see everybody. How you doing? Let's go over the cause of death real quick. I mean, this is just, I think it's going to be a pretty slam dunk case, minus the fact that he is a minor and them trying to get him charged as an adult. That's the only thing I can think of. Hey Barbie, good to see you. Mama Pearl, you made it. All right. Well, she didn't have a relationship with her mom because parental alienation, and her mom is, and maybe possibly was, still is, a DRUG addict. And you're going to see that. We're going to get into it. You're going to hear from the mom, see the mom, all that stuff. All right. Thank you, Mama Sage. I appreciate you. Oh, yeah. They have, not only that, I told you guys from the very beginning that I knew that they were drinking. I didn't really know, but I knew that they would be drinking because those are booze cruises. And I figured the parents were just letting these children go balls to the wall with whatever they wanted. All right. So that's that. Kathy, thank you so much for the Guilty of Crime membership and everything that you do every day. I appreciate you. All right. Yeah, the family picture helped a lot. There's also more family connections and pictures I can show you later. But yeah, what's up, Justice Jane? Good to see you. You're also not in green, my friend. All right, listen. Cause of death revealed for Anna Kepner. All right. So Anna Kepner died from asphyxiation while aboard the Carnival cruise. Her body was found under a bed by cruise staff. I don't know. I don't know if that November 8th is right. I think they got it wrong. I think it's the 7th. One of her siblings may be facing he is. All right. Anna Kepner, the teen found dead on a cruise ship in the Caribbean last month, died for asphyxiation. All right. Kepner was found under the bed on November 8th. You guys correct me if that's wrong. Now, investigators have preliminarily ruled the teen died as a result of asphyxiation from a bar hold. All right. That's an arm that's held across the neck, ABC reports. Kepner's body showed no signs of sexual assault, nor were drugs or alcohol found in her system, ABC reports, though full autopsy and toxicology reports have not been yet made available. When contacted earlier on Friday, Miami-Dade medical examiner declined to comment on Kepner's cause of death. All right. And we speculated all this. It's pretty typical when there's no blood. It's usually some type of asphyxiation, right? We know she was 18-year-old cheerleader from Titusville, Florida, on the cruise with her father, stepmother, and 2 siblings. The night before she was found dead, Kepner retired to bed early, telling them she didn't feel well. She's now being remembered as thoughtful, nurturing person who was always thinking of others. She had a big heart, a big, beautiful heart, often sending random "I love you" messages or little gestures that somebody made somebody's day in the obituary. All right. However, okay, so there's a lot of court filings, a lot of things. Let's get into the first part. I'm going to play this. New creepy details emerge, and you're going to see all the pictures, all the things, all right? Because we know, like me, I'm very visual. All right. And again, we're going to answer all the questions about the mom. Where was she? Where is she? What does she look like?
A grieving father said his family had their world turned upside down after a maid on a Carnival Horizon cruise ship made a disturbing discovery.
No.
The lifeless body of an 18-year-old Anna Kepner, stuffed under a bed and wrapped in a blanket.
All right, let's clarify that. She was stuffed under a bed. She was stuffed under a bed in her suite. All right. And you're going to see that later. You're going to see the suite. It was in her own suite. It held 4 people. There were 4 beds down. 2 can go up, and she was stuffed right under there. All right. That we found that out on day 1. But anyway.
Now, creepy details are emerging about her 16-year-old stepbrother, who is being eyed as a suspect in the case and who was, quote, obsessed with her.
She was scared of him because he always carried around a big knife.
Here's everything we know about the teen cheerleader's mysterious death. The Florida teen, affectionately nicknamed Anna Banana, and her blended...
And the reason we're starting this first is for anybody that doesn't remember all the details from the beginning, because we're on our 5th hour of covering this case now, right? So let's go.
Family set sail on November 2nd from Miami for a 6-day Carnival cruise, which was supposed to set sail throughout the Caribbean. The teen was on the
Now, after this, guys, this is the stepmom. All right, this is her stepmom. And listen, after this, we're going to listen to the interview directly from her biological mother, and then an interview from her ex-boyfriend.
With her father, Christopher Kepner, and her new stepmom, Chantel Hudson, whose 2 teenage sons were also in tow on the voyage. Before tragedy struck, Anna had plans to join the U.S. Navy after graduation and eventually become a K-9 police officer. But on the 4th night of the cruise, the fun-loving teen reportedly told family members at dinner that she was not feeling well and decided to go back to her room, according to the Daily Mail. When she didn't show up for breakfast the next morning, a desperate search was made of the massive ship, which can carry nearly 4,000 passengers. The search came to a disturbing end when a maid on the ship made a grisly discovery. Anna was reportedly found dead, wrapped in a blanket, covered in life jackets, and crammed underneath a bed inside the cabin she shared with her 14-year-old and 16-year-old stepbrothers. The shocking death prompted the Carnival cruise ship to abruptly change course for the port of Miami.
Listen, the parents were warned. The parents did know, and you're going to see all that next. All right. Thanks everybody for being here. All the mods, appreciate you. I'm going to keep that up for a minute, guys.
Miami, Florida, where the FBI Miami office jump-started the investigation since the teen's death occurred in international waters, somewhere between Mexico and Miami. Videos shot by WSVN7 journalist Sheldon Fox and posted on X captured the moment the medical examiner appeared to move Anna's body from the ship. The Miami-Dade County medical examiner lists the teen's time of death as 11:17 a.m., November 7th. But
Now we kept going, and they're sound like they're correcting it. 11:17 a.m. So the last one, we were going back and forth in chat. People were saying, "No, it's p.m. No, it's an odd time at 11:17 a.m. when you think about after dinner, etc." All right, so that's that. And guys, I gotta tell you, we're doing a Foxy Box giveaway today. That's kind of a big deal. You can't buy the Foxy Boxes, and you really just gotta have a membership to get one. And hit that like button. Hit the like button. It's free. Be in the green. And if you chat, you'll be in that too. So we're giving a Foxy Box away. You guys aren't going to want to miss that. All right.
does not mention any official cause or manner of death. A haunting picture of Anna was also dug up, posted on social media just weeks before her death. On TikTok on October 30th, Anna posted a bathroom mirror selfie with the caption, "You deserve to be happy, but if it ain't with me, then never mind." The final post has since been flooded with heartfelt tributes. Information about what happened to Anna was initially scant, but now chilling details surrounding her death have been trickling out. According to the Daily Mail, Anna's 14-year-old stepbrother unknowingly went to sleep just feet away from his dead sister. Sources say during the same night the teen went back to her room after feeling sick, the teen's two stepbrothers also went back to
Hey, Indy, good to see you. And again, everything from this point, we're going to listen to the interviews and all the stuff that just came out hours ago up until yesterday.
their shared room with Anna later that evening, before her younger brother changed his clothes and left again to take pictures of the Carnival Horizon as it continued its Caribbean voyage. Sources say that when the 14-year-old came back, he noticed his stepsister wasn't in bed, but he assumed she had gone out again to be with the adults. The young boy thought nothing of it and went to sleep. However, Anna was last seen on the ship's surveillance footage returning to her room that night and was not seen leaving again. In a bombshell twist, Anna's 16-year-old stepbrother was then revealed to be a suspect in her death. The disturbing information emerged from an unexpected source. According to a court motion filed on November 17th from a messy custody dispute between Anna's stepmother, Chantel, and her ex-husband, Thomas, Chantel requested that a hearing be rescheduled because she claimed.
Now, originally, when this case came out, it's wild that they said she possibly took her own life. That's not true at all. And the toxicology report shows that she wasn't drinking alcohol. All right. She wasn't drinking, but the parents let them all drink if they wanted to. So the question is, was the stepbrother drinking, the one that is the suspect?
That her son, Anna's 16-year-old stepbrother, who was identified as TH in documents, was being named a suspect in the teen's killing and could face a criminal case. Now, the father of the slain 18-year-old's ex-boyfriend is sounding an alarm about the 16-year-old suspect, telling Inside Edition that the boy had a creepy obsession with Anna and was once caught climbing on top of her while she slept. Stephen Weston cited conversations with his son to Inside Edition, claiming that the stepbrother wanted to date her and relentlessly pursued her despite their newly blended family. She was scared of him because he always carried around a big knife, the alarmed father claimed to the outlet. Weston said his son tried to warn Anna's parents but told him they didn't want to believe me.
Is that not, I mean, is that not a warning sign right there? And this is in Florida. Wesh too, and Wesh in Florida, and all the people that covered the Madeline Soto case are also covering this. All right. This is Florida. This is the same state. Jen Soto needs to be arrested. There were no drugs or alcohol in the toxicology report at all. All right. For this little girl, this woman, Anna Kepner. Love you too, Indy Isham. Thank you so much. All right. Crazy.
Charges have been filed in the case. The FBI has been leading the investigation since Anna died on international waters and has remained tight-lipped on details.
All right. Let's now listen to the biological mother talk. I got to get this out there. We're going to do the two interviews, the one with the mom and the one with the ex-boyfriend that warned them about this. A lot of people warned them about this. And guys, if your child's carrying around a big knife at all times and you have a bunch of children in the house, don't wait until after something happens and somebody gets hurt, okay? Because that's what happened in this case. They knew and they waited, all right? Yeah, I mean, had they not known anything, I would say okay, but listen, now the mom's going to talk. Now keep in mind, the mom found out about her daughter's death by going on Google. Her dad didn't tell her. All right? And again, I mean, this reminds me of certain other cases. She looked like a strong girl, a cheerleader. He must have bruises, scratches if she was not sleeping at the time, right? Anna could not drink on the ship, only in certain ports on the Carnival. You have to be 21 plus to drink. However, Deanna, it's very easy for the parents to get multiple drinks and hand them off to the children. And that's what it sounds like they were doing. All right. So I couldn't drink until I was 21 either. But boy, if we didn't go to the store and get someone else to buy it for us, why was she naked? That's a good question. That's a good question. He probably did want to essay her, and she screamed. I agree. All right, let's listen to this now. That's the mom's interview. Well, listen, I'm going to put this up there for a second. That's horrible. The father should have called her first. Well, let's go to the Sebastian Rogers case and say, why didn't Katie call Seth and tell Seth that Sebastian was missing? All right. Why won't she talk to Seth and she'll only talk through Chris? So ask yourself that. Ask yourself, yeah, the father's on his third marriage and they warned him. All right. Her uncle said she's beaten, but YouTuber said oh no, Miss Raquel, I just read that. It's official. She was not beaten. She was absolutely asphyxiated by a arm hold, just a one choke hold against her. Right now, I just gave you guys the cause of death a minute ago, and that's official.
This is today for Anna, the 18-year-old cheerleader who was found dead on a cruise ship. We know her stepbrother is under suspicion, and he was allegedly obsessed with Anna. We've got the latest, including an exclusive interview with the dead teen's mother, who reveals she has been banned from attending her daughter's funeral, but is going anyway.
Not fake IDs, silly. I never had a fake ID. I would go to the store and we would ask somebody of age to get us a drink. Also, we would go to the bars when we were 18. And do you think people didn't buy us drinks? I never had a fake ID. So you can't use fake IDs. They weren't using fake IDs. The parents were getting alcohol and giving them alcohol. It says it. All right. Jane Moses case. I did not see that, but I'll take a look. All right. All right.
In disguise. And Mercogliano reports.
There's chilling new allegations today about the death of an 18-year-old cheerleader on a cruise ship. Anna Kepner's 16-year-old stepbrother, who is now under suspicion in her death, was said to be obsessed with her.
She was scared of him because he always carried around a big knife.
Stephen Weston says his son Joshua, who was dating Anna, witnessed a disturbing incident during a FaceTime call.
He saw her stepbrother come in the room when she was sleeping and get on top of her.
He says that Joshua warned Anna's family what had happened.
He says, Dad, I tried to tell the parents that this was happening, and they didn't want to believe me. He's like infatuated, attracted to her like crazy. He's always wanted to date her.
Inside Edition producer Emma Cady is in Titusville, Florida.
Anna's funeral is being held here today at the Grove Church.
And of course, I'm going to give you some clips of the celebration of life. It wasn't actually a funeral that they had, and they didn't let people come in to disrupt it. All right. I never needed a fake ID to buy alcohol. They never carded me. Wow. All right. All right, let's take a look. Yeah, we're going to look at her boyfriend was 15. We'll see. That was her ex-boyfriend.
Because the investigation into her death involves her stepbrother, we're told there's a lot of tension among family members, and some even told they're not welcome here today.
Inside Edition also spoke exclusively to Anna's biological mother, Heather, who says she was told not to attend, but says she was determined to say goodbye to her daughter and will go in disguise.
Heather, what are you going to do to get...
Right now, here's her biological mom, who we talked about. And yeah, that's why I'm trying to do this episode, to clear up all the rumors, because there are like 20 different stories out there from different creators and different clips, and I wanted to put everything together for you guys so you can see everything in one, and with documentation, right? I'm not just telling you this, just saying there's fake IDs, I think. No, I'm telling you what's documented. And if I get it wrong, we'll do it again. All right.
Get in.
I'm going to put a wig on and wear some.
Now, when you see her mom, like we talked about on episode 1, there was parental alienation with the dad. The dad was originally married to this woman. That's Anna Kepner's mom. They had a babysitter at the time that was 15 years old. And ultimately, the dad married the 15-year-old babysitter, hooked up with her, married her, was together with her from 2011 to 2023. And then in 2024, he married his new wife, which is this one right here, Chantel. So if you take a look at that little chart right there, that's Anna. That's her biological mom, Heather Wright, that you see on the screen a minute ago. And there's her biological dad, Chris. There's the babysitter, Tabitha Kepner, that became the wife. That was his second wife, and his third wife is Chantel. All right. Thank you. I appreciate you. That's why I love you guys, because you guys aren't falling for mumbo jumbo. Y'all want to know the truth, and so do I. All right. Yes, I agree. Agree. All right. Let's get back to that video. All right. Remove. I'm getting better at the YouTube thing, guys. I'm getting better at it. Thanks to you.
Really tall shoes because I'm 4'9".
Heather and Anna's father, Christopher Kepner, divorced 13 years ago when Anna was 5. Anna, affectionately known in the family as Anna Banana, was found dead in her stateroom aboard the cruise ship Carnival Horizon. She was sharing a room like this one with her 14-year-old brother and the 16-year-old stepbrother. There was a queen-sized bed. That's where Anna slept, and bunk beds for the 2 boys. Published reports say the 14-year-old was out exploring the huge cruise ship when Anna died. When the boy returned, he slept in his bunk, not realizing Anna's naked body had been stuffed under her bed just feet away. The sleeping arrangements came up in a divorce hearing today between the 16-year-old suspect's parents. His mother revealed that
we're going to show that too. There's some court interaction. There's another interview with the mom on the phone, but I wanted you to see the mom. All right. And I feel so bad for that mom. It's heartbreaking, whether she's an addict or not, whether she was or she's not. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'll take it. I'm getting better.
16-year-old is under psychiatric care.
Can I speak to has a psychiatrist appointment on December 1st.
She sat impassively as her ex-husband's attorney spoke about the cruise.
The 16-year-old was allowed to drink. The teenagers were given their own room in which to stay. Just a lot of circumstances that showed that the mother in this case was not exercising appropriate supervision over this child.
All right, lots of news sources here, lots and lots. Let's listen to the boyfriends. Good to see you, twin mommy boys. I'm glad you're here. We're giving a Foxy box out today, and you're in green. So you guys make sure you're on green. We're giving away a Foxy box. All right, hold on. It decided to just continue, and everybody's loud. All right, let's listen to the boyfriend talk so we can get into everything else. I wanted you to hear and see the mom and then the boyfriend. All right, it's a Facebook video, and he is 15. I wanted to play it straight from the source. So, interview with Anna Kepner's ex-boyfriend, who says he witnessed her stepbrother climb on top of her during a FaceTime call. All right, let's listen to that together.
And
Josh, you need to tell me you gotta go.
only take a second.
You are.
Your name is Josh too. Spell your last name.
TEW.
All right. And how old are you?
Yeah.
15.
15. And how did you meet Anna?
Through a past relationship last year.
And how did you actually meet her?
At school.
At school. What type of person was she?
She was a great woman, you know. I met her at school.
And the circumstances behind her death, you find them to be suspicious? And if so, tell me why.
It was suspicious because I knew that the brother did it, and yeah.
How do you know that?
Because of the past things that happened with him.
I can't move the words, guys, but it's up here.
Like I was saying.
Which word was?
About the FaceTime and stuff.
What's the FaceTime?
Whenever I was on FaceTime with her, and when I was on FaceTime with her, and she was laying down, and the brother tried to go on top of her. And
you saw that?
Yeah.
And then, how did she react to that?
I was like, "What the hell are you doing in the room?" Then he got scared and like ran away, and I heard his footsteps like running through the house, because he got caught.
So when you learned of her passing, what was your reaction?
I ran away. He ran away. It was kind of crazy.
And when you learned that she passed away, how did you feel?
This is Anna Kepner's ex-boyfriend. It's not a friend. It's an ex-boyfriend that witnessed the stepbrother being creepy and trying to get on top of her. Okay. And yes, the stepbrother absolutely was hospitalized as well, guys. All right. So come on in, and we never victim blame victims or anybody connected to a case that had nothing to do with it. So her mom is absolutely a victim. And just because she's an addict, she's a self-proclaimed addict. She talked about getting into DRUG when the husband cheated with their 15-year-old nanny, blah, blah, blah. All right. So that doesn't have anything to do whether she's rough, looks rough, does drugs or doesn't. She's Anna Kepner's mom. All right. This is Anna's ex-boyfriend.
I felt very sad, because that was my first love. She was the best that ever happened to me. And I'd even walk to her work to see her, for like 5-10 minutes.
Did you talk with her before her death?
Like 3 weeks before it. Yes, ma'am. I was actually supposed to go on the cruise that she went on, but we broke up before then.
When did you split?
We split up like 6 months ago.
6 months. Okay.
And everyone said she's just a bright light. So many people wearing bright colors today. How would you describe the kind of...
So they broke up about 6 months ago. He's younger than her, whatever, doesn't matter about that. However, here's the thing. The fact that an ex-boyfriend from 6 months ago to a year, who knows, right? The fact that this outside source, this outside person that wasn't even connected to her right now, it was months to a year ago, is telling us the warning signs were there. He knew about it, which means Anna Kepner's family knew about it, which meant other friends knew about it, and yet they still put them in the room together and let them drink alcohol. All right. No, he didn't. Okay, let's keep going. I can't get into all the family details right now, but I'll do my best to answer questions after.
She was a great person. She definitely knew how to throw on her outfit. She was great.
Yes.
She knew how to put on colors. It wasn't like a basic outfit.
And this is your mom?
Yes,
She's
ma'am.
okay with you talking to us?
Yeah, but we need to go.
Okay. Just wanted...
Okay.
What should happen next?
Thank you.
What do you think?
That sounds like me. They're like, "Is your mom okay with this?" And she's like, "Yeah, but we need to go." that's oh man, this is pretty. This interview, however, is pretty groundbreaking, because after this came out, then it all started coming out about the brother's creepy obsession. Hey, Angel, good to see you. You're in the green. Hit that like button. We're giving away a Foxy box tonight.
What should happen?
I think that he should get thrown in jail.
Yep.
For as long as possible. And yeah.
And when did you move into the house?
I have no idea.
Like a year or two?
Maybe like a year ago. I think so.
You'd
I don't
You'd
know.
like to see justice for
Yeah, I'd
for your
like
first
to
love.
see a lot of justice. Yes.
Has she ever complained about his behavior before?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
What did she complain about?
She complained about him being uncomfortable, or her being uncomfortable around him, because of the fact that he tried to go on top of her in the bed, and because of that, she tried to go and stay the night at her friend's house and to dodge the staying.
So the whole point of this interview is telling people that he had a creepy obsession when she was on the phone with her ex-boyfriend a while back. When they were together, they were on a FaceTime call, and the stepbrother tried to lay on top of her. And that wasn't the only time. He just witnessed that. He was there. He was on the phone when he did that. Thank you. I appreciate that, Wesley. Man, the 16-year-old suspect sounds like a psychopath. Oh, yeah. We're going to get to that next about his mental stay.
Not at her house.
She ever happened more than once?
Yes.
She ever bring that up with
How
her?
many times did they happen?
It happened one time, around like 3 a.m. that night.
That time when you were on the FaceTime call with her.
Yes, sir.
3 a.m.
Yes.
Did she ever report that to her father?
No, I have not. I've reported it to the FBI.
What is your name, ma'am?
Ooh, yeah. That's true, Mab. Mab says like father, like son. All right. I am so grateful for these interviews. Thank you to Facebook and whoever did that on Facebook. All right, let's talk about the mental stay and then the other hospital things. Let's take a look back at this real quick so I can clarify. Those are the family members. That's Anna. That's her biological mom, Heather Wright. There's her dad. Her dad was married to Heather, Chantel, and Tabitha. Tabitha Kepner was the 15-year-old babysitter at the time, right? That was a 15-year-old babysitter. He was married to Anna Kepner's mom when he started cheating on her with the babysitter, and then he married her in 2011. All right. So first he was married to Heather, then Tabitha, and then he got with Chantel. All right. Thank you. I appreciate you, Kathy, a lot. All right, let's see the parents and the brother being hospitalized. There's a lot in today's episode, guys. So I hope you have your notepads out. We may have a quiz. I always try to scare you guys. And this guy's great. This guy, I believe this is Mike DeForest, Channel 6 News. I've been in touch with him about the Madeline Soto case. He is kicking ass in Florida, and I'm so glad to be back into the Florida cases because the information comes hard and it comes fast. All right. Say a prayer that Anna Kepner gets the justice she deserves, and it seems like we're on the right track. All right. All right. You're up, Mike.
Stepbrother, quote, is a suspect in her death on a Carnival cruise ship. That information is not coming from law enforcement. It's coming from the 16-year-old's parents. Those parents were just in court.
If the court isn't aware that apparently this has been made national news.
This online court hearing involving a child custody case took place just hours before a memorial service honoring Anna Kepner, who was found dead on a Carnival cruise ship. The teen was joined on that cruise by her father, her stepmother, and at least two of her stepmother's children from another marriage, a nearly 9-year-old daughter and 16-year-old son. Those two children were the subject of this court hearing.
Can I speak to
this?
And that's why this is getting all, it's just all over the place, and we have to pick up the pieces and put them together. Well, for you, if the creators do that for you, that's what I'm trying to do. The pieces of the puzzle in this case are everywhere right now. Information is coming out as fast as I can gather it. Why would you put a teenage girl and a boy? Now, putting a teenage girl and a boy, if they were family members, that's not unheard of. They wouldn't have 4-person cabins for people to have their kids in, right? It's not against the law. But when you know that you have children that are coming from a mixed family, they hadn't been together they hadn't been married for longer than a year. So that means they brought these kids together that didn't know each other. And then you got this creepy guy that carries a knife around, already pining after his stepsister. And then you put them in a room, let them all drink alcohol and don't pay attention. That's a recipe for disaster. All right. Red Riding Hood. Hi, I'm here. How old is the dad's new wife? Well, that's the dad's new wife, and the dad's new wife is age appropriate. Everybody, welcome Red Riding Hood. Thank you so much for the $2 super sticker. She's probably the same age as the dad. I don't think anything is nefarious other than those people. I'm not a fan of the mom or the dad. They both seem very shady to me. All right, and you'll see why as we go.
This is Chantel Kepner, the children's mother and Anna Kepner's stepmother. She's in a child custody dispute with her ex-husband, Thomas Hudson, seated on the right.
Well,
the former couple says their 16-year-old son, quote, is a suspect in his stepsister's death.
Well, Your Honor, it's our understanding that because the cruise was in international waters, that the young child, not the 9-year-old, but the 16-year-old was allowed to drink. the teenage.
I mean, they're telling because and the reason they're even saying this is because everything's going to come out. Everything's coming out and everything's on their CCTV footage. And thank you. Tiff says she's 36 years old. So she's age appropriate. The dad's probably, he looks probably in his 40s. Again, they're all age appropriate. All right. What's up, Dale? All right. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. Custody fights are the worst, and especially when you start getting this type of thing into play. Yeah, he wasn't upgrading wives. I think his young wife was upgrading him. All right. Bum. Let's go.
Teenagers were given their own room in which to stay. Just a lot of circumstances that showed that the mother in this case was not exercising appropriate supervision over this child or the other child involved.
Chantel Kepner's attorney disputes that.
There are videotapes on the ship that confirm that there was absolutely no drinking, and that there's and DCF investigated and saw that there was no alcohol in mom's house.
You see that? You see what's happening here? This is getting sticky, right? And Chantel absolutely saw the signs, in my opinion. She did not seem to be upset or I mean, I'm sure she was upset at the time, but this lady's going through the motions as if she had a feeling this might happen. Yeah, I was a forensic nurse. This is definitely where he has been. Yeah, we're going to see that next. And thank you, John Murphy, for that. Good to see you. Welcome to Guilty of Crime, the crime crew.
Whatsoever. So I'm not sure where that's coming from.
There was no resolution to the child custody dispute, which will be handled at a future court hearing. We did learn that 16-year-old stepbrother was taken to the hospital after the cruise for undisclosed reasons. He is now living with a relative on his mom's side of the family as the FBI investigation continues. Mike DeForest, News 6.
Thanks, Mike. And yeah, you guys, we can't get records from the hospital or anything, so we're glad that they reported on that and let us know what's happening. But yes, he absolutely was hospitalized. It was a short stay. They let him out and they released him. And I'm not sure why he was even released from his interrogation, right? Because he was interviewed or interrogated, whatever you want to call that. All right, so let's keep going. There's a lot here. Yeah, I wouldn't. Now, they purposely took him out of the house for the safety of the other children. That is what they're saying. Yes, Just Breathe 87. I'm praying those adults face charges as well. But this is the exact same state that Madeline Soto was in and that Jen Soto was sitting in there hiding now. Why is Jen Soto not charged yet with anything? All right, thank you. I love you too, my friend. All right. Yes, he was hospitalized. He had a breakdown. Just Breathe. He had a breakdown after taking the life of his sister. Right. We have 323 people and only 150 likes. It's free to hit that like button, and we're giving away a Foxy box. So if you do that, then you can win. I think he wanted to unlike himself. That's why he went to the hospital. I think they used the hospital as a way to transition what is happening in the actual court case and get him charged as a minor. All right. Now, if they thank you, Summer. If they only use that as a tactic, it's one thing. But if they knew he already had mental health problems and they let him drink and they let him carry a knife and they knew that he was already creeping on his sister, then guess what? They better be charged. Sales hounds, good to see you. You're welcome. Hey, I am Two Bear. Thumbs up and happy holidays. Yes. Happy holidays to you, my friend. It's always good to see you. All right, let's talk about the dad's shocking claims against anybody and everybody except, well, himself. Dad doesn't put any blame on himself at all. And this one I did tag Bed Crime Stories is all over this. Bed Crime Stories is the first one that I saw to report on the children all sharing one room, and they showed the picture of the cabin inside where the room was. Right? Shannon K. Hello, crime crew. Long time no see. This case, yes, it's getting crazier by the minute. All right, let's go.
Stories podcast. I'm your host, T. Want to bring you the latest on the Anna Kepner case. She's the 18-year-old cheerleader who was found deceased in her cabin on the Carnival cruise ship Horizon. Today, her stepmother, Chantel, had a custody hearing with her ex-husband. His last name is Hudson. He's the father of the 16-year-old.
And you're right. You know what? Thank you for saying that, Robini, because I was thinking about Madeline Soto and Jen Soto, and then it clicked. You're right. Jen Soto also went to a hospital after she found out about Maddie's death and Stefan was arrested. I wonder if that's a tactic that they use in Florida, especially if you're on any kind of meds or anything. I wonder if that's a tactic. I know Jen Soto already had put herself in a hospital. She checked herself into hospitals other times before. And now after you lose your daughter, your only daughter, by the man that you handed her to, well, maybe that's why. All right, Valerie, good to see you. All right, let's keep going. I want to get everything in here today, and we still have a giveaway.
Alleged suspect
Thank you.
in this case.
Appreciate you.
His lawyer made some shocking claims, stating that the minor children were allowed allegedly to drink on the cruise, blaming Chantel for allowing them to do that allegedly. They were also
And yes, guys, he is throwing Chantel under the bus, and that's why I'm saying the dad is blaming the stepmom 100%. Now, that was his daughter that he should have been keeping an eye on. Yes, it's it's Chantel's son, but they're both at fault. And you notice how they both have two separate lawyers. They're married. If they were on the same page doing the same things, I don't think they would have separate lawyers like that. But I do think the father will absolutely throw her under the bus. Well, the father, it came forward in the hearing that we saw. That's the only thing he said is in the hearing.
Staying in their own cabin, so a separate cabin from the family, from the parents. So the three children in that cabin where Anna was found deceased include the stepbrother, Tim, who was 16 or is 16, Anna's biological brother, Connor, who is 14. Chantel's ex is saying that these decisions did not show good judgment. Now, the story goes that Anna felt sick, went back to the cabin after dinner. I'm thinking she may have crawled in her bed. Then her brother Connor and the stepbrother Tim returned to the cabin. Connor grabbed his camera and left because he wanted to take pictures of the cruise ship. It sounds like the stepbrother perhaps stayed, and then whatever happened to Anna happened because security footage shows her returning to the cabin but never leaving it again. Then when Connor returned,
was that the boy's dad? Did I get that wrong? Was that the boy's dad in the hearing or the stepdad? Maybe I'm confused. Maybe I was confused about that. So if that wasn't him in the hearing, that's him throwing her under the bus, saying she's the one that let him drink. That's what I'm showing you here on this clip. All right. So the hearing was Timothy's dad. Okay. So that was the boy's dad. Her father is blaming Chantel, but I don't have any other statements. We're going to see the remembrance of life, but he's been laying low.
To the cabin, he noticed that his sister wasn't in bed, but he assumed that maybe she went back out to socialize and have some more fun. So he went to bed, which means that he was sleeping within feet of his sister's deceased body, which was.
All right, that's the cabin, guys, right there. So that was the one that was showed on another episode where I saw that they were sharing a cabin. That's what the cabin looked like, right? Now you can see that they keep under the bed. They keep like a thing under the bed. So if you put stuff under there, it keeps it covered, not so messy. But that's the room that they were packed into and they slept. Yes, it's an interior cabin. Yes. All right. And correction on that. That's a bio. That was a bio dad we saw. And the dad with Anna Kepner's dad hasn't said much at all. Except, well, he seems like a scumbag and that he would blame everybody but himself.
Stuffed under her bed, wrapped in a blanket.
Oh my
the
God.
rumor is that Anna may have died through somebody putting hands around her neck, allegedly. That's just speculation at this point. Chantel denies that the children were allowed to drink alcohol and says she doesn't know where that information came from.
Well, guess what? It's verified now.
Actually, it was her lawyer saying that. I'm going to play you the news clip after.
Oh, the lawyer said that. Well, we already saw this news clip, so I'm not going to. I just wanted you guys to see like the comforters going down to the floor and how the room was.
Wrapped in a blanket under the bed.
Yep.
And if you look at the photos of those cruise ship rooms, the comforters do go all the way to the floor. Some people have said they can't understand how nobody would have noticed a body stuffed under there. If that comforter was all the way to the floor, nobody would have looked or thought to look there. Anna's mother, Heather.
Yeah, when we originally even saw this case, it started out with a court hearing and Chantel saying she needed to plead the fifth because she couldn't talk because at the time her son hadn't really been named as a suspect yet, and now we're looking at him as a suspect. All right, let's keep going.
Has also spoken out. She lives in Oklahoma and hasn't raised Anna from what I understand, but she has spent time with Anna and describes her as a fun, happy person who loved the water. I feel so sorry for Anna's brother because he's probably questioning himself. Like, why didn't I question where she was? Why didn't I go to look for her? Maybe I could have discovered this earlier. Maybe he's feeling some guilt because he left the cabin.
Now, he slept in there all night. He didn't know that. All right. He didn't know that at all. And the person, the maid found her. I don't know if there was a person that reported her missing other than when they went to breakfast, she didn't show up and they're like, hey, where is she? Why didn't she show up? She was feeling bad the night before. So I'm assuming that they were eating breakfast. They said it was around 9:30 a.m. when they were eating breakfast and she didn't show up. And at 11 a.m. was when the maid found her. So I don't think there was like an official search or anything. All right.
I'm not saying that he should feel guilt, but people tend to feel guilt after somebody dies. They find reasons to blame themselves somehow. Trust me, I know because I've just lost my dad and my brother. And I've been dealing with all sorts of feelings.
And you guys should definitely go subscribe to @bedcrimestories. I've got her sped up to 1.5 and she still talks kind of slow because it's stories that you listen to at night when you're just chilling and falling asleep. All right. I know you guys, true crime, right? You know, the room probably didn't smell because when he took her life, we saw it was they said at 3:27 in the morning, something like that is when he left again. So from that time to that time, I'm not sure that the smells would already be there. However, maybe, I don't know. I've never been around bodies and I don't want to.
That's the latest info that I have at this time. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you learned something and enjoyed the video,
hold on.
Love you guys.
That's it. Where's the rest of the video? Oh, that's this court thing we just saw. Okay, hold on.
Those two children were the subject of this court hearing.
Can I speak?
This is Chantel Kepner, the children's mother and Anna Kepner's stepmother. She's in a child custody dispute with her ex-husband, Thomas Hudson, seated on the right.
Yeah, okay, that's it then. And she couldn't talk, she can't say anything, and they want to isolate this kid from everyone else. But this was happening before any of that happened. Now it's all intertwined, and that's why this case is getting crazy. All right, let's take a look at the family gathers. This was yesterday, and this was where Chantel told everyone to shut up. All right, this in the very beginning of this investigation, Chantel, the mom of Timothy Hudson, told the family, you remember the uncle came out and he put an X post that told us exactly what happened. The uncle seemed to know much more about the death than anyone else. And that's what got this thing going. That's what got this case going and us saying, oh, wait, maybe the stepbrother did it, right? That's what happened. All right, let's keep going. This is, so nobody was allowed to talk before yesterday. So I knew that today that was going to happen. Today's the 21st. They did this yesterday and you wouldn't be invited if you talked about it. So now everybody's talking.
somber evening as family and friends remember Anna Kepner.
It was just filled with love.
She was only 18, and this is just a terrible thing.
People filled a church in Titusville honoring the young woman who was a light to so many. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Luann Sorrell.
And I'm John Brown. Mourners all wore bright colors to honor her light. And Fox 35's Stephanie Buffamonte joins us live in Titusville tonight. So, Steph, they say they didn't want people wearing black for this celebration of life tonight.
Her color is blue, y'all. And I didn't put blue on today because I'm just cold. And I didn't have anything that was warm and blue. All right. So, everybody say a prayer that Anna Kepner gets the justice that she deserves and everything comes out as it should. All right. Let's keep going. Celebration of life. This was yesterday.
That is right. So inside this parking lot, we saw a lot of people wearing blue. That is because her family wanted people to wear bright colors to reflect her bright personality.
It's heartbreaking. It's so sad. This shouldn't be happening. She was only 18, and this is just a terrible thing.
Family and friends of Anna Kepner say the teen was outgoing, bubbly, loved cheering and being out on the water. But the 18-year-old's life was cut short after she was found dead on a cruise ship nearly 2 weeks ago. Thursday night, crowds of people came together at the Grove Church to remember her.
It was just filled with love. I mean, you can tell everybody really cared, and of course, people miss her.
Jim, too, says his nephew Josh dated Anna when they were in school together. We spoke with him after the celebration of life.
Sad, because that was my first love. She was the best that ever happened to me. And I'd even walk to her work to see her, for like 5-10 minutes.
Anna was on the ship with her father, stepmother, and stepbrother. The FBI has not said.
That's cute, though. You guys know those first loves. You're never going to get over them. And then she got her life taken too short. There's 333 people in chat, which is a triple digit, 333. Say a prayer that Anna Kepner gets the justice she deserves, all right? If she was sick the night before and didn't show up for breakfast, why didn't Dad go check on her? That's a great question, Tanya. I don't know. The dad's not talking so far. And when he does, I'll make sure to report on it.
They are investigating her death as a homicide. Court documents say the FBI believes Anna's 16-year-old stepbrother is a suspect in her death. The documents are part of an unrelated custody battle between Anna's stepmom and ex-husband. It revealed the 16-year-old is under investigation and is now living with a relative of his mother, and that the boy's mom, Anna's stepmother, said she can't testify in those divorce proceedings because she is worried about incriminating herself or her son. Many are now hoping for answers in her death. Now, as of tonight, the medical examiner has still not released the official cause of her death. Reporting live in
that was released today, although we don't have documents, and I'm assuming they'll come shortly after. All right, let's keep going. How you guys doing? Hit that like button. Yeah, the stepson. And so much more. Space FTW. Oh my God. You definitely should go back and watch this because we found out so many things today, especially in the first 30 minutes of this episode. All right. So go back, watch it, hit that like button, but stay here because we're giving out a Foxy box right after we're done here. You're already in green. You just got to hit that like button. All right. Thank you. What's up, Pepper Spray? Good to see you, my friend. How you doing? Did I miss anything? I did. Mama Sage. Thank you so much for the $4.99 super sticker towards our goal. I appreciate you guys. I know Thanksgiving and Christmas are coming up and it's a lot, so I do appreciate you. What's up, Jen's a Gypsy? Good to see you. Thanks for meandering in. Kalisa Katz. All right. Yeah, she's trying to cover, for herself. In my opinion, she's trying to cover for herself. All right, Anna Kepner's birth mom talked to Wesh 2 on the phone. I want to also listen to that. She's been talking quite a bit more and more, and she should, because I think there's a lot of secrets that are going to come out about this case over the next few days, guys. All right. And the fact that she had to learn over the internet.
Hearing from the biological mother of Anna Kepner, the 18-year-old who died on a cruise ship. Court documents show Anna's stepbrother could be a suspect in her death.
And WESH's Bob Hazen is live in Titusville. Bob, the community will come together today to remember Anna.
Woo! Thank you,
That'll
my
happen
friend.
at 5 o'clock tonight here at the Grove Church in Titusville. This is a place that Anna went to youth group, and there's a lot of people in this community and really around the nation that are grieving her loss. That includes her birth mom, who talked to WESH 2 over the phone last night.
I found out through Google because I ended up.
All right, so we saw that earlier. This is a different interview. The other one was from Inside Edition, and it was in person. This is the one on the phone. She's talking to WESH 2. We'll probably get more information soon. Thank you so much, Dale, for the $5 super sticker. Idaho Jeep Girl, you're all over this case. Good job. Thank you. You're welcome. I really do like getting cases at the very beginning so that I could get a handle on them. Sometimes when I come into a case, you guys, it could be, 6 months in, and boy, what a tangled web of things when you get into a case that's been going for a long time. Oh, Jennifer Reed, hello, greetings from Scottsdale, Arizona. All right, let's continue this. We've got so much more to do and to discuss, so hang in there.
Googling it because all the information the only information I had was my daughter was on a cruise.
Heather right there says she has not heard from Anna's dad or the FBI since her daughter died. And we stopped by the family's house yesterday. They left in an SUV with.
Again, I think it's a respect thing, you guys. I think it's absolutely a respect thing that the father should have called the mother and told her. I know some people say I would never talk to my ex, and I get that. But if you have an ex if you have a child with an ex, at least give them the courtesy. Have somebody else call them so you don't have to talk to them. But she had to find out that her daughter was dead from the internet. And you know how many people are. I can't answer comments right now. I see people, but I can't. The chat's flying right now. They did identify the mother. They didn't notify the mother. No, that's what we're looking at right now and listening to. The mother had to find out that her daughter was dead and stuffed under her bed, plus all the other details, Mab, by Googling it. Nobody told her. That's what we're just saying right here. Let's just go back real quick. I think we got sidetracked.
From the biological mother of Anna Kepner, the 18-year-old who died on a
Yes.
cruise ship. Court
Agreed.
documents show Anna's
Yes.
stepbrother could be a suspect in her death.
And WESH's Bob Hazen is live in Titusville. Bob, the community will come together today to remember Anna.
Again, we got Florida, y'all. More Florida cases and Horn. Hey, Hugh. Good to see you. Mab, there's our friend Ann from Turtle Island. It does say a lot about the father, but a lot of things say a lot about him already. So
Happen at 5 o'clock tonight here at the Grove Church in Titusville. This is a place that Anna went to youth group.
Hey.
And there's a lot of people in this community and really around the nation that are grieving her loss. That includes her birth mom, who talked to WESH 2 over the phone last night.
I found out through Google because I ended up Googling it because all the information the only information I had was my daughter was on a cruise.
Well, Heather right there says she has not heard from Anna's dad or the FBI since her daughter died. And we stopped by the family's house yesterday. They left in an SUV without stopping to talk. We did see Anna's car parked on the grass outside. Anna Kepner was a student at Temple Christian School in Titusville. She was on a Carnival cruise when she was found dead back on November 9th. The FBI has not revealed anything about what might have happened, but court documents in her stepmom's divorce case claim that her 16-year-old son, so Anna's stepbrother, is a suspect in the death. The boy does not.
Now, do you see that how she had to do a Google search to find out? That's crazy. I just don't get it. Mab, I lost my favorite brother 6 years ago. His wife didn't tell my parents for 6 weeks. My mom was so upset that he didn't call on Mother's Day. Now, all of you that's happened to, think about Lori Vallow. What happened with Lori Vallow and her brother and her husband? I'm sorry, Kay Woodcock's brother. Lori Vallow didn't tell anyone that how he had died or that he was even dead. She took his life, or they took his life. Her and Alex took his life and didn't say anything. So people do that. And when people do that, there's something in their head, some guilt, something, in my opinion, of why they don't. All right. Again, Chris and Katie Proudfoot. Katie didn't tell anything to Seth. She had Chris call on a three-way. What?
Appear to be in custody. Anna's birth mom lives in Oklahoma now. She last saw her daughter 2 years ago. She says Anna was a great girl who never got into trouble.
She always wanted to make people laugh. She loved the water. We were constantly going to the lake here where I live, so she can go swimming.
She is desperate for answers about what happened to Anna, and today we expect we could get autopsy results from the medical examiner that could explain how Anna died. Tonight, though.
And now we have, you guys. So if you rolled in late, Anna Kepner was asphyxiated, and they called that a bar hold, which to me, I would think of it more as a chokehold. It's like you put your arm around somebody's neck and you just tighten it until they stop breathing. All right. So it's called a bar hold. All right, let's keep going. This case gets worse and worse. Wait until we actually get the details. Imagine when the autopsy comes out, because she wasn't a minor, guys. She wasn't a minor. Unlike the Madeline Soto case, we never got an autopsy or any of those toxicology, nothing. And we might not ever, because she's a minor. Yes, like an MMA fight, FTW, just like an MMA fight, where you put somebody in a chokehold and you put them to sleep. He says that he thought that she was just, stopped moving or being quiet. He didn't know she was dead. That's what he says. That's what he claims, but we don't know. All right. We don't know what he was thinking or what.
Is the time to remember the teen, her celebration of life happening at 5 o'clock here at the Grove Church on Harrison Street in Titusville. Her family asking that no one who comes wear black, instead wear bright colors in honor of Anna. And her favorite color was blue. Covering Brevard County Live in Titusville, Bob Hazen.
All right, I'm gonna do one quick family friend say goodbye. It's a showing it in the daytime a little bit. They're all at night because it's the day before. Stepmom and dad are effed up, right? And I wonder if they're gonna get charged. We're gonna talk about that after, because there's a full-on discussion about, are they gonna get charges and what might they be. That is Anna and her bio mom.
Kepner, family and friends are getting ready to say goodbye to the Titusville teen found dead on a cruise ship earlier this month. How she died.
So they're outside of the celebration of life. Again, nobody was allowed to go in, so they reported from outside of it. This case makes me mad, because why wasn't the boy's mom's parenting him, checking his phone, making him learn how to behave? Why wasn't the dad protecting her? Boys need parenting and girls need protecting. I agree, gymnast. And this is probably one of the worst cases that I've seen in a long time, where it's a family that's all intertwined with each other on a vacation, and somebody that's in that close in the family. Now, sometimes it might be an uncle or a cousin, somebody that's not in the immediate family, doesn't live with them, tries to actually assault them. But in this case, they knew that the stepbrother was creeping on Anna, and they did nothing. Pepper Spray 420. Thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Thanks for all you do. I'm glad you got the 420 there. If you win a Foxy box, we'll duly note that you like 420. All right. All right. Would the police inform the mom? The police didn't inform the mom. Thank you so much, Ann Horn, for becoming a guilty of crime member. They didn't. The mom said that the police didn't inform her, and neither did the dad. All right. Yes. Welcome, Ann Horn, to the crime crew. All right. Happy Friday, everybody. I'm warming up a little bit if you guys care, but I'm still not taking the beanie off. I'm cold.
It's still a mystery.
Yeah, court filings in a custody battle say the FBI is investigating one of Anna's step-siblings as a suspect in her death. WESH 2 investigative reporter Justin Shecker live outside the Grove Church in Titusville this afternoon. And Justin,
I don't know if any of you guys are local to that area, but that's the it looks like a pretty big church. I wonder if anyone that was in chat the last couple of days actually went. There were people in chat yesterday in the last episode that were local and they knew somebody or something like that. What's up, Deb? It's completely cruel for the bio mom to not be notified immediately. What a horrible way to find out. I don't even want to imagine. I agree. She should have had her own room or something. Well, listen, even without the red flags of creepy brother carrying around a giant knife at all times and trying to get on top of his stepsister, with all of that, she should have had her own room, or she should have been, I don't care, put your daughter with the parents, put that weirdo son with the parents. Whatever you got to do. If you don't have enough money to keep your kids safe and you got to put them with the wolves, then don't go. Man, yeah, she found out on Google, like Xana's mom, right? From Brian Koberger case. Oh yeah, you could tell the mom's still using. She's announcing on TV and showing in detail how she planned sneaking into the celebration as if no one's gonna see it. But you know what, Kim? The mom shouldn't have to sneak into her daughter's celebration of life. That should be against the law. I swear to God. Like, excuse me for saying that, but there should be no reason that the biological mom should have to do that. You guys saw that too? All right, you guys saw that? Ah, man, I don't even want to. Oh, prayers for you, Janet. All right, let's keep going because we got some more. And then we're going to change the tone by giving away a Foxy box. All right. Damn, man, this case is sad.
And you spoke with Anna's birth mother.
That's right. And like so many people here in Titusville, Anna Kepner's birth mother desperately wants to know what exactly happened on the cruise ship. Miami-Dade medical examiner still hasn't announced the cause of Anna's death. And while the FBI remains tight-lipped, we are learning new details from a hearing today in the child custody case involving that 16-year-old stepbrother. Anna Kepner's family says she had dreams of becoming a cheerleader for the Georgia Bulldogs.
We had her in dance and gymnastics since she was 3. So that led into her being a cheerleader.
Heather Wright is Anna's birth mother. She told Wesh, too, Anna's father and stepmother didn't contact her after the Carnival Horizon.
And for those of you that weren't here in the beginning, or if you were and maybe you rolled in and missed it, does anyone want me to reread some of those pages on the confession? There's at the beginning of this episode, like the first 7 minutes in, there was a leaked confession. Sources from, I don't know if it were the FBI or who interviewed the stepbrother, but the stepbrother goes on to tell law enforcement that he didn't mean for her to die. He just wanted her to shut up and he panicked. If you guys want me to read that again, I can, because I know that a lot of you guys probably missed it. Okay. All right. I'll read that after this. Okay. And then we'll continue. I just don't want you guys to have missed it.
Cruise ship returned to port in South Florida with her daughter's body on November 8th.
He never once tried to call me, get a hold of me, and anything when she died. I found out through Google.
On Thursday morning, Anna's stepmother, Chantel Kepner, appeared at a virtual hearing for the child custody case with her ex-husband.
That the mother took the 2 younger children on a cruise.
Documents filed this week identify Mrs. Kepner's 16-year-old son as the suspect in the FBI investigation. Her attorney told the judge,
the FBI has cleared my client from any wrongdoing. She's not considered a suspect in this matter at all.
The attorney for her ex-husband said in court, Anna and her 16-year-old stepbrother were staying in the same room on the cruise ship.
I think the judge is going to decide, right? If I'm correct, in Florida or maybe everywhere, right? Wouldn't the judge decide if he's going to try Timothy as an adult or a juvenile? Again, I really hope they try him as an adult. What he did to her is adult level. How he did that, how he went about that, how they slept in the room, everything about it doesn't say a child to me. And the fact that he was creeping on her before. Kim T, new here, been following the case since the beginning, watching multiple channels. This channel has done the best reporting so far. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Okay, the Jab says, sorry, I'm new to the case and maybe it was already said, but on the cruise ships everywhere, including staff, has a card. Yes, that is issued for everything and documented. You absolutely did not miss that, the jab. We talked about that in episode 1. They are going over all the FBI is taking over this case. FBI is going over all of the key cards, all of the CCTV, and all of the cell phone data from all of the family, all the electronics, all the videos, all the key cards. Yes, 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 and yes. Right? And welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, the prosecutor. Okay. I know the prosecutor will tell the judge, I want to try this person as an adult, but does the prosecutor make that decision? Saying the same room in the jail. All right. Did they say the stepbrother is to stay with another he is staying with another family member after he was released from the hospital? We do not know why they let him out of custody. I don't think anyone knows that. Prosecutor's office usually makes the determination and a judge may weigh in. Okay, thank you. I wonder if Anna had been in the bathroom changing or exiting when the stepbrother came in with it. I think he already had intentions. Now listen, when they all went in the room together, who just said that? Miracle Hearts. All 3 of them went in the room together. Anna, her bio brother, and her stepbrother. The biological brother left the room and went back out. And when he left the room with Anna and Timothy in there alone together. Anna never came back out again. All right. So that's that. All right. Let's keep going.
An emergency motion filed this week. The father is seeking custody of his younger child and for the court to address the placement of the 16-year-old.
Well, we feel there are some circumstances regarding that, the 16-year-old and the mother's judgment regarding that cruise that
Yes.
would affect,
Yes, I corrected myself. Originally, I don't even know what I was thinking. Yes, that's Chantel and her previous husband, Timothy's biological parents. Since this happened on international waters, where would the case be tried? Well, FBI is taking over the case, but I think they're probably going to try it in Florida, back where they stopped and brought the body to. Well, again, I'm just making assumptions here based on where they live and where the body was brought to. I don't know. It's federal, but because it's federal, they got to try him somewhere. I think it's going to be tried in Florida. I'm going to guess.
obviously that her ability to care for the minor child, the 9-year-old.
The attorneys say the 16-year-old is staying with a relative of his mother near Hernando County. The judge noted the possibility he could be asked to testify in this custody case, but his mother's attorney objects to that.
I would have difficulty in them putting the 16-year-old on the stand because I don't want anything done that would incriminate the young man.
The FBI has not confirmed the teen is a suspect, as Anna's mother anxiously waits for answers about how her daughter died at sea.
She always wanted to make people laugh.
Now, we already saw that part of it. They did a couple things that they say goodbye. So let's get back to reading that leaked confession that we talked about earlier. I'm going to put it back up on the screen, and then we can give away a Foxy box. All right. I don't know why they're keeping the mom out. I have no idea, but let's get back to this. Again, there's a lot of Facebook groups, you guys, and in the Facebook groups on Facebook, on X, the original post came out on X before anybody knew anything. The uncle told us all to pay attention. The stepbrother did it, and Chantel knew, and then everything started flooding out. Now we've got a leak of a confession from the suspect, Timothy, right? I did hear that Anna had no clothing on when she was found as well. That has not been verified. That was the initial calling, and Deborah says she was nude. So there was no sign of sexual assault. However, that doesn't mean that the stepbrother didn't undress her and do things to her and do things to himself. Just because he didn't penetrate her, again, it's always trigger warning here. Just because he didn't penetrate her, guys, it doesn't mean that he didn't do anything. The 16-year-old was her stepbrother. The biological brother was there, but the stepbrother, let me show you. Whimsical Creative, how you doing, my friend? You guys were almost giving stuff away, and there's a few of you that do not have green. So Foxy Box, you got to be green. Doctors say if you lie in wait and kill someone, you should be sent up to God. The reason why others will see it and your crime will stop. People keep doing this because they see no justice. All right, trigger warning, guys. All right, trigger warning. I'm going to read this to you, and then we're going to give stuff away. I don't understand why any of this. Why any of this? Oh, let me just show you this real quick for those of you that are like, "What the hell, Jay?" There it is. Before I read, there's Anna Kepner on the top. There's biological mom Heather Wright. Chris Kepner is Anna's dad. That's his first wife, Anna Kepner's mom, Heather. First marriage. Second marriage is over there on the left, Tabitha Kepner. She was their babysitter and 15 years old. Chris Kepner cheated on Heather with Tabitha and married her in 2011. Then from 2011 to 2023, that became Anna's stepmother. They divorced in 2023, and a year later, Chris married Chantel. They've only been married from 2024 to present, which means that they brought these two families together to live together, and homeboy creeping on her, Timothy Creepy Hudson creeping on her for the last year. It hasn't been that long. Yes, you do need a whiteboard to keep track of this, but this helps, I gotta say. Thank you for updating that, Tiff. All right. All right, let me get this back up there. All right, guys. All right, here we go. I do not have a whiteboard, but I'm going to read this to you anyway. Oh, I do not. I am 99.9% sure that the stepbrother did not go to the funeral. All right. I am here, whiteboard. All right. What's up, Sabrina, the middle-aged witch? All right, I'm going to read this again, guys. In a bombshell that has left even hardened FBI agents shaken, a leaked transcript from a Tampa interrogation room reveals 16-year-old Timothy, the suspect, the stepbrother, breaking down in tears and allegedly confessing to strangling the 18-year-old Anna Kepner on the Carnival Horizon before stuffing her body under a bunk bed wrapped in vests and a soaked blanket. He says, in quotes, "I didn't mean for her to die. I just wanted her to shut up." The boy reportedly sobbed. According to two separate sources who heard the audio, he says, "I panicked. I dragged her under the bed and hid her like trash. I'm so sorry." The confession, recorded on November 18th during a 6-hour marathon interview, has detonated across law enforcement channels and is now tearing through Florida courtrooms like wildfire. Federal prosecutors are said to be racing to certify the minor for trial as an adult, while Carnival Cruise Line, and it keeps going. Yes, it's a federal prosecutors. There you go. Federal prosecutors, guys. And it looks like they want to try him as an adult. All right. Contains a scandal threatening to sink the entire industry. The chilling exchange reportedly unfolded. Let me double check you guys are okay. All right. Yeah, soaked. I wonder why too. I wonder why. All right. I'm glad you guys are here now. It shows how immature he is. All right. I'm going to keep going, guys. Good to see you. Miracle Hearts, I'm glad you're here. Huntress, this channel is the best coverage of the case. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. All right. Let's keep going. I'll put this down there so I can not be so low down on the thing. All right. Listen, the chilling exchange reportedly unfolded after agents confirmed TH, the suspect, the stepbrother, with CCTV still showing him. Now, listen, CCTV shows him entering the cabin, their cabin number 7423, at 3:42 a.m., hours after the explosive teen lounge fight. If you guys didn't know about that, video got Anna Kepner and Timothy Hudson got them on camera. They haven't released the camera footage yet, got them on camera somewhere out in the boat on the ship, got them in a fight. They were yelling at each other and fighting. People also confirmed the fight along with the footage, right? So the CCTV shows him entering their cabin at 3:42 a.m., hours after that fight in the lounge, and leaving 47 minutes later carrying what happens to be a rolled blanket. Another source, and I don't have it in front of me, says they found his pillow thrown away, like a pillow that he may have used to suffocate her or do something, was found in a employees only trash can. So I don't know yet. All right, when asked why he returned to the room alone, the teenager allegedly went silent for 9 minutes before the dam broke. The excerpt from the leaked transcript, sources speaking on condition of anonymity. All right, I'm going to continue reading. I'm just going to make sure everybody's good. I didn't miss anything. We're good. What's up, One Love? I've been meaning to say hi to you. All right. And his tears were on the pillow and her blood. Okay, there you go. All right. So when I see that and everything, I'll show you and read it and whatnot. He was being creepy before he took her life. Yes. All right. Let's read the transcript real quick. All right. The agent says to Timothy, "You were the last person seen going into that cabin, son. Help us understand." TH, voice crackling, says she wouldn't stop screaming at me, calling me a loser, saying I ruined the whole trip. I put my hands around her neck to make her be quiet. Agent says, "Did you squeeze?" TH says, "Yes." She went limp. I thought she was faking at first. Then I realized I killed her. I killed Anna. I dragged her under the bottom bunk, wrapped her in the blanket from my bed, grabbed those orange life jackets from the closet, and piled them on top so no one would see her. I hid her like she was nothing. The boy then allegedly curled into a ball in the interview room floor, repeating, "I'm going to hell," until medical staff were called. Right. So that he may have been committed into a hospital when he went into a ball in the interrogation room. Maybe he didn't talk. Maybe he stopped talking. All right. That's what we're reading right now. And I don't know why they released him. All right. They did say there was a drop of blood, maybe several. When people die, you get into a scuffle or a fight, then there can be blood. We don't know where the blood came from. We don't have the autopsy or any of that to spell out where there might be a cut. Positive vibes. Good to see you. Come on in, hit that like button, get a membership if you can. We're giving a Foxy box away right after this, you guys. Don't forget. All right. Okay, let's go. Okay, so listen. Medical staff got him after he rolled in a ball and said he's going to hell. Investigators say the confession lines up perfectly with forensic evidence. Ligature marks consistent with manual strangulation, which they call it a bar hold. So we'll see how that comes out later. I don't know if he bar holded her and then finished it off this way after she lost consciousness. I don't know. All right. Fibers from the cabin blanket embedded in Anna's fingernails. TH's DNA under her nails and on the life vest straps. A single tear-shaped blood droplet on the underside of the bunk frame matching Anna's type. Carnival crew members are now under scrutiny for allegedly helping delay the search. One stewardess reportedly told the family Anna was probably at the buffet. Now, here's the timeline a little bit, guys. When they first raised concerns, remember, it was at breakfast in the morning at 9:30 a.m., giving TH precious hours to compose himself and rehearse the story that Anna had stormed off after the fight. Chantel Hudson, the boy's mother and Anna's stepmother, collapsed in the Brevard County courthouse hallway when informed of the leak yesterday. Clutching her attorney, she screamed, "He's just a child. They tricked him," before invoking the fifth. Her emergency motion to halt all questioning on TH was denied this morning by a judge who ruled the confession. voluntary, and corroborated by physical evidence. Right. And then they go on to say Chris Kepner, Anna's father, has gone full ghost, right? Phones off, blinds drawn, armed private security in front of the home, stationed outside the family Titusville home. Neighbors report hearing blood curdling howls coming from the house last night. Birth mom Heather Wright, who first learned of Anna Kepner, her daughter's death, via social media, posted a gut-wrenching 3-minute TikTok video at 2:17 a.m. I haven't seen that. I don't know where it is. Tiff, maybe you'll find it. They made my baby disappear under a bed like she was garbage. That boy took her from me twice. Once when they shut me out of her life, and now forever. I hope he rots. All right, guys. I hope I gave you as much information as I can today. There's some of the family dynamics. There's definitely a lot more out there as well. I mean, I've got like pages and pages of updates, but I really wanted you guys to be able to pack all this information into my typical hour and a half episodes. We're about 10 minutes late past that, but I think we did some justice today by telling Anna Kepner's story thus far. Muffin, I live not far from Titusville. Well, welcome. Welcome to the crime crew, and thank you for being here. All right. Yeah, right. He's just a child, whatever. He was a man when he stalked her and then took her life. I agree. All right, guys, let's cleanse the palate. I'm gonna take a look at a few more things, and then we're gonna give away a Foxy box. All right. Angel, good to see you. You're very welcome. Well, I'm sure his mom was somewhere with him, but they're allowed to talk until you tell them to stop. All right. But there is a point where they'll talk to you, and with a kid that doesn't know to say a lawyer, then, right? He's underage. His parents should have called. Absolutely. They should have. They messed up, and that's how it goes. I'm glad. Going on the horizon for a cruise, MAB 324, into March 2026. I'm bringing a single rose to lay somewhere on the ship to pay my respects for Anna. May she rest in peace. Mab 324, that was an awesome post. Thank you so much for saying that. We appreciate you. All right. I do too. There are major discussions on whether the case will be, whether the parents will be charged and for what. We just don't have time for that today. So I will get you in the next episode. Another protective enabling mother. Oh my goodness, right? Oh my goodness. All right, guys, we are now going to give away a Foxy box. All right. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for showing all the love. Yeah, we're gonna continue this. I've got lots more to talk about in this case, but we're out of time for today. So I'm gonna wait until the next round of information comes out, documentation, and then I'll give I'll give you guys another episode and we can discuss all of these things. But for now, let's give away a Foxy box. You're very welcome, Shannon. I try to be informative every day, but we're getting better, right? All right, guys, let's pull this guy down. We don't want to do any of this. We're going to cleanse the palate. You guys are in green. You guys hit the like button, hopefully, and big hug to you. Go give your grandbaby a giant hug and a kiss from Auntie J. All right. All right, guys, cleanse the palate. We're going to give away a Foxy box, and all of you guys are very welcome. Mom, I love you. That father should have absolutely protected his daughter. I agree. I'm so glad you're here every day almost with us. Listen, guys, my mom is the one that got me into true crime, right? I used to watch all the Datelines with her and even what was that, Lifetime? Do you guys remember when Lifetime was more of like true stories and stuff like that? So, yes, Lifetime, my mom's the best. Thank you. I am Two Bear. This is the best true crime channel by far. Thumbs up. Thank you. I caught I Am Two Bear talking about me last night in someone else's chat, and that's what she was saying. So big hugs to you, I Am Two Bear. I appreciate you for saying things like that, even when I'm not in your presence. All right, so Foxy's giving away the Foxy box. Whoever gets it's going to email guiltyofprizes@gmail.com. So we are going to do that right now. Let me pull up the the little giveaway thing. I'm like, oh, I got so many screens and things up, guys. This case, yeah, you definitely need a whiteboard for this bad boy. All right, this case is wild, right? I think we've got already like almost 6 hours of content so far. All right, I'm gonna put this up and we're gonna give some things away. All right, let's get this up. Let me share this. And I wish you guys always the best of luck. All right, so here we go. Guys, are you ready? For those of you that left, I hope you hit that like button on the way out. Stolen Spirits, good to see you, my friend. We're doing a giveaway right now. This live gave all the current info. Thank you. You're very welcome, Nursey. I was hoping to give you guys all the new information. All right, here we go. We're doing a Foxy Box giveaway. Fingers crossed. All right. You got to be in green and you got to be in the US. Otherwise, you have to pay for shipping because it's really expensive outside of the US. All right. We're spinning the wheel, guys. Clementine, good to see you. You're very welcome. Good to see you, Michael. Oh my goodness. Did Mighty Mo win recently? Or was that there was a Mighty Joe, I thought. All right. So Mighty Mo got the Foxy Box, but I really need to find out. Number one, Mighty Mo, are you a crime crew member? Number one. And number two, are you in the US? All right, maybe Foxy can help me out and weigh in here. Did Mighty Mo win anything? And I also need to find, otherwise we'll have to respin the wheel. All right. I don't know where Mighty Mo is right now, though. Okay, Mighty Mo is in green. Okay. Well, Mighty Mo, Foxy's not weighing in, so I assume Mighty Mo didn't win a Foxy Box recently. And oh, you got a T a couple months ago. All right, Mighty Mo wins in the US. It's okay, Mighty Mo. So that's up to you. Mighty Mo won a T-shirt a couple months ago. We're giving away a Foxy Box. You're in the United States and you're green. Do you want me to give you the Foxy Box or do you want to regift it to someone else? It's up to you. The T-shirts come from me and it's all separate, different things. So let me know, Mighty Mo. You won. Do you want to regift the Foxy Box or do you want to take the Foxy Box? I just need to know. If you need that, take that because I'm in the middle of this. Okay. All right. Well, Mighty Mo, you won the Foxy Box. Congratulations to you. You're a winner today. You won the Foxy Box. Please reach out to guiltyofprizes@gmail.com and tell Foxy all the things you like because she's going to hook you up. And that's all I have to say about that. Love you guys. Thank you. Congratulations. I will see you guys next week. Everybody have a wonderful weekend, all right? And Baby Guilty's over there waiting for me to get out of here. All right? Congrats. Get out of here. Say bye.
Okay. Can I say
You don't. They can hear you.
Okay.
Don't come on camera.
Bye.
Bye. All right.
Bye.
Bye. We
Guilty of crime.
I want to thank you for watching. If you enjoyed my content, please share this video, like, and subscribe. You can also follow me over at Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, X, or Gmail. If you'd like to donate to my channel, you can use Cash App or Venmo or PayPal. Thank you very much in advance. Guilty of crime.
Are you guilty of crime?